sports at 11 a.m.
Good morning, Kern County. Thanks for watching 23 ABC News at 11 a.m. I'm Lindsey Adams. Well, the National Weather Service has issued a dense fog advisory for the San Joaquin Valley earlier this morning. It just ended about an hour ago, and visibility was impacted earlier to less than 500 feet in some places. Now, this caused for some hazardous driving conditions with a slow morning commute. You could just see the thickness. Surprisingly enough, there was only one school delay this morning at the Elk Hills district. So we can expect more fog tomorrow morning. Well, that's the big question. Let's check in now with Kelly Johnson, who has a look at what we can look forward to. Kelly. All right, thanks, Kelly. And despite the steady rain and the above average snowpack in the Sierra Nevada, the 4 driest years on record in California have left their mark, and it's going to take a lot more precipitation to pull us out of the drought. Our snowpack needs to be at 150% of normal on April 1st to signal an end to the drought. On Friday, it was at 110%. And we're now in the middle of El Nino season. The Kern County Fire Department is gearing up to make sure they're prepared for any situation stemming from possible storms and flooding. County fire crews have received shipments of new gear to be spread throughout Kern County. Each set has a helmet, a life jacket, fins, a beacon, and a knife. The new gear in total costs about $52,000, money that was already allocated for equipment which would have otherwise been spent on hoses.
If this firefighter got into a body of water, the boots would fill with water, his coat and pant would become saturated, and the helmet doesn't allow the water to escape. We're going to be able to rescue people that are in this El Nino mud flow.
County Fire Chief Brian Marshall is also pushing the motto, turn around, don't drown, hoping people heed the warning that if they see a flooded area, they turn around and find another way to get to their destination. As always, we will have the latest on El Nino season and its impacts on Kern County. You can track weather conditions on our mobile and tablet apps, and as well as on our website at turnto23.com. It's all part of 23 ABC News being your official El Nino season station. Students are back in school this morning following a string of threats nationally and right here in Kern County. More than 30 schools were placed on lockdown across the country yesterday. At least 26 of those in New Jersey, and the calls were made through a robotic voice. The numbers were traced back to Bakersfield. 3 schools were locked down locally. It's still unclear if the local lockdowns were related to those nationwide, but the FBI says they are investigating. The man who was gunned down in Southwest Bakersfield over the weekend has now been identified, and 21-year-old Edward Charles Fleming was shot to death on the 3000 block of Whitley near a Laurel Glen Elementary School and Park. The shooting happened during the day, which makes it unusual for this community. Police do not have anyone in custody for the shooting, and a candlelight vigil was held in his memory Monday night. Caught on camera, an East Bakersfield liquor store is robbed, and now sheriff's investigators need your help to catch the crooks. Deputies say this man, along with 2 other masked suspects, robbed the Country Corner Liquors on Morning Drive at gunpoint back on December 16th. Happened around 10:30 that night. The suspect, described as a black man between 20 and 30 years old, weighing about 230 pounds. If you have any information on the incident, call the sheriff's office at 861-3110 or the secret witness hotline at 322-4040. This morning, 2 people convicted in the death of a Wofford Heights man are scheduled to be sentenced. 28-year-old Thomas Ertz and 34-year-old Joe Noble pleaded no contest in December in connection to the shooting death of Carl Woolwine. Woolwine's body was found in October at the Shirley Meadows Ski Resort in the Alta Sierra. Also arrested was 43-year-old Bobby Rhines, who is charged with first-degree murder and will go to trial in April. Ertz and Noble, who pleaded no contest to being accessories to the shooting, are scheduled to be in court at 8:30 this morning. All new at 11, anyone impacted by the drought or who is eligible for food assistance can get pre-packaged emergency food boxes tonight. The Kern County Department of Human Services is hosting a food assistant event in their parking lot tonight. That's starting at 5 and going until 7. You just have to be eligible to prove you live in a home that's been unemployed or underemployed thanks to California's extensive drought conditions. And monster trucks all around are invading the Rabobank Arena this weekend in Bakersfield. The Monster X Tour is back again this year. It's featuring the nation's most competitive monster trucks. 10,000-pound cars will compete in the races, wheelie contests, and freestyle actions. Viewers will also get the opportunity to meet the drivers and see the trucks up close at the pre-event autograph pit party. For more information, just visit their website at monsterxtour.com. American country singer-songwriter Red Simpson funeral services now underway at the Valley Baptist Church. The graveside service will take place tomorrow at the Bakersfield National Cemetery. There will be a CHP escort from the Basham Funeral Home to the cemetery, and all are welcome. Still here to come on 23 ABC News at 11 a.m. Scam artists now targeting some who could end up losing thousands of dollars. We'll tell you who they're going after and what you can do to help put a stop to it. We're continuing to cover breaking news out of Farmersville, Texas, just northeast of Dallas. This is a live look from the scene where a fire truck ran into a Dairy Queen after the driver lost control. Witnesses say there were several people inside the business at the time of the crash. Right now, there have been 2 injuries reported, including the driver of the fire truck and a Dairy Queen worker. Well, this morning, a picture of a bride and her dog continues to make the rounds on social media. And this is a picture of Valerie Parrott and her medical alert service dog, Bella. Valerie suffers from panic disorders and migraines. Bella helps by alerting minutes before something happens. Right before she was about to get married, her wedding photographer snapped that picture. And now the photo has gone viral and has helped to bring awareness to the importance of service dogs.
My life would not be the same without her. Because of Bella and because of my partnership with Bella, I've really been allowed to live my life to the fullest that I normally wouldn't have been able to have done.
And since that picture was posted, it's been viewed nearly 2 million times. Well, popular fantasy drama on television has become a very real part of one school's curriculum. Virginia Tech's Religion and Culture Department recently offered a course on the popular HBO show Game of Thrones, and students are required to watch Game of Thrones. But the class professor, Matthew Gabriel, says the course is much more than TV. He says he wants students to explore why fantasy is so often tied to the history of Middle Ages. Up next, we'll have one. Let's check your current cast 23. Stay tuned.